Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I hinted it in my last video or two that this was going to kind of be my next project, and I want to start adding, hopefully, maybe, some lights to the city. I ordered two. The one behind me from Briksmax, I believe Lighttailing, they're like the same company. This one's just a little bit harder, or they just do it a little bit differently. I am honestly not 100% sure, that's just what I've heard. And then from Light My Bricks. Light My Bricks is generally like considered the higher end version of these. However, with a lot of these light sets, you're supposed to take your set apart and essentially rebuild it. With Light My Bricks, apparently you don't have to do that. That's just using key pieces that you can kind of pop in and out with a modular building, which is honestly very nice. Now, I bought Briksmax because this is for the bookstore. I only have half the bookstore. I don't have the blue apartment building just because I bought it from my local LEGO store for pretty cheap, and I just wanted to add it to the city. However, when I did my Mills plates, for personal reasons, we have the bookstore next to our passed away cat's little memorial pet shop, and I kind of messed up because my Light My Bricks kit, which is in the mail right now actually, is for the pet shop. And the way I kind of have it worked is the Mills plate for the pet shop and the bookstore are one. The light kit is going to be a little messed up at that point. So what I'm going to have to do now is, for the third time in like 2 weeks, I'm going to have to tear apart some of the bookstore and the pet shop and the apartment building that goes with the pet shop, redo them all in the Mills plate, and then hopefully do this light kit. I think they're all wired to one branch. So we're going to see. I'm going to have to probably get a little creative with the blue apartment version of this. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but I did want to get two different brands. Primarily, I didn't want to buy the most expensive version to see if this is going to work or if I'm going to like it for this one. And the pet shop version from Light My Bricks is only $50. I just finished the Assembly Square. That one's $90, but then you can go up to like the Avengers Tower, which is $200 for just the light kit. So it does get pretty expensive. I got some powered USB ports that you can actually turn off individually because I did read that that was a pretty good thing to do. But basically, I'm just trying to add a little bit of depth and light to the city. I've been using overhead lights and stuff for a while, and I figured right now I'm trying to do a lot of the big future projects, like do the Mills plates now, so as we get expanding, I don't have to keep stopping, keep doing them, keep redoing them. And now that I'm up to like my first 10 modular buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not even, a little bit less than that actually. So we're just about to 10, with a couple spares that are close to modulars, or at least will be when they're customized, and like the lighthouse and stuff like that. So we are getting there, slowly but surely, and I kind of want to start making some of these changes now because obviously running wires through a completed city is an absolute nightmare. But now that these Mills plates are here, what I kind of want to do is I'm hoping I can run the wires kind of through those base plates and then maybe get a little creative there. If the USB port isn't the option, or I do battery packs and like maybe keep them in the Mills plates or do something creative with that. I did get a bunch of like rechargeable AA's too. So we're going to go a couple different routes. We're going to see which one we like more. We're going to just see overall how it looks in the city, if I'm going to keep doing it, if I just want to stop after one or two, because, you know, I might decide at the end of this video, I'm not a fan of light kits. You know, they might look good, but the wires might take away too much from the actual city. Or that I just don't have enough space in here to run all the wires the way I would like. So that's perfectly acceptable in my opinion. Like, I want to try it, I want to see how it looks, but it's not for everybody. So if you're interested in light kits, there are a ton of brands. Again, Light My Bricks is the most expensive version for the most part. Briksmax, slightly more expensive than Lighttailing, but for $35 is honestly not too bad, especially for a modular building. Lighttailing is usually a little bit cheaper, and there's also like Game of Bricks, which I'm not too familiar with, but I've heard they're pretty decent. So basically just do your research, see which one you like more. All of these are a little bit different. I actually liked this one a little bit more in terms of like the photograph than I did like Light My Bricks or Lighttailing. Just sometimes the awkward lighting, sometimes it just doesn't look the perfect way I would like it to. So we're gonna play it by ear. We're gonna see. You can also sometimes, for a lot of these brands, you can order like little semiconductors and actual like patterns, so you can actually have like stoplights going and you can have lights flashing on and off, which is pretty cool. But beginner. We're going to see how this works. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. We're going to tear apart the actual bottom store, or bottom of the bookstore and the pet shop, and start rebuilding, folks. Alright, everybody, so here is the final look at this light kit, and I actually do really like it. Some of it is a little bit of a pain. Like, the bookstore is by far and away not my favorite modular building. It's very delicate at some spots, but overall I love it. I'll actually try and jostle this camera real quick. Turn off the tripod so you can see that a little bit better. I actually really like it. I think it looks great. Now, of course, you're going to see some wires, and I did not use everything that they wanted. So yes, there's a couple wires that are going to be seen here and there. However, once it's next to another modular building, you're not going to notice anything. Now, for now in the back, I do have a battery pack for it, but I did a short conductor here, and then a longer cord with this USB plug. So I'm going to run this through the mills plate once it's actually in the city back there, and then it should be good to go. I'm going to run everything underneath, but I love it. I really do. I think it looks great. And from the front, you see no wires at all in the actual building, which is pretty cool. Okay, you know what? You see one all the way back there that has apparently dripped down, but I can always adhesive that. Plus, there's a little lamp. I love it. This right here is like my version of the lamp lighting here. The main reason being, the tree is supposed to have lights. I did not originally want it to, and as of now, I'm still not going to. I like the tree the way it is. I like this, like the natural greenery. I don't need that to be brightened up, and I love how the bookstore looks on its own. And from like a distance, compared to even the modular building next to it, I love that you can see the interior and you can really appreciate it a lot more. So I actually switched this, ran it up the side like you would have the tree, and then right past here is essentially like the biggest portion of the conductors and the wires, and everything's kind of hanging just above. So yeah, it'll jostle around the inventory a little bit inside. Like you can see the adhesive, everything's run just clearly right over the tiles, and then you just kind of tuck them in. It's a little bit more annoying than you think. I didn't adhesive these just because none of this could be final. Like, I might want to switch a modular building around. But yeah, I think this looks great. I love it. I think it looks awesome. And I'm really excited to see it in the city. Now, of course, it is gone from this side. So my Bricklink order actually got delivered while this was going on. So what I'm going to do for the next video is probably do the pet store and the apartments in the back right here, and then switch this from a full base plate to 2 half base plates. And the reason I'm saying that is, one is going to be the bookstore, which is going to just keep rotating as we go, and then this is most likely going to be a custom version of the Family Reunion, that little ramen shop, which is just one of the cool sets released in a while. So I can't wait to do that project. But yeah, that'll just about do it for this build, folks. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'm happy to do my first lighting kit session, and I think it looks awesome. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.